practice tests and stuff, and I got a little booklet from the DMV, and I was just like, ugh, I don't want to read this. Yeah. Anyways, today the
it's fine, like, they drive me, they're not, like, complaining about it.
They have food, bed, that's all you need, right? That's all you need to live, food and bed, like, honestly, like, yeah.
Hey there, YouTube! So today I'm going to be talking about being 19 and not driving. It is an actual thing, and honestly it's pretty annoying. So yeah, I'm just gonna be ranting about that. Click out of this video if you don't really understand the struggle and you don't want to watch this. Okay, so I am 19. I don't have a driver's license. I'm working on it though. So yeah, I actually just got my permit recently, and you may be wondering, like, why? Like, don't you want to drive? Don't you want to leave the house, like, have your freedom, like, whatever? I did, and honestly, like, all throughout high school I would keep telling myself, like, I'm gonna get my permit, I'm gonna get it now, but honestly the only thing that was holding me back is the motivation and the need, because, like, I'd go through practice tests and stuff, and I got a little booklet from the DMV, and I was just like, ugh, I don't want to read this, because honestly, like, if you haven't taken your permit yet, you'll find this out, but honestly, a lot of the stuff is just common knowledge. I mean, yeah, there are some things that, like, oh, I don't know that, but a lot of the stuff are kind of just common knowledge, like you probably already do know. And so, like, going over a booklet and, like, reading all that stuff is kind of like, you know? Anyways, so that was kind of, like, one of the main reasons. And then another reason was, like, I mean, yeah, but, like, you know, my parents take me to school, like, I go to a school, like, far away, like,
it's fine, like, they drive me, they're not, like, complaining about it.
And then I went to a school out of state, and so I live on campus, and, like, so I don't really drive around anywhere. I could just live on campus, like,
They have food, bed, that's all you need, right? That's all you need to live, food and bed, like, honestly, like, yeah.
actually just, like, being at college, and also, like, when I come home, like, trying to get together with friends, it's like, I feel, like, kind of bad just, like, asking,
like, hey, I don't have a car, so can you pick me up, baby? Like, you know?
I just feel bad, like, it's just, like, I have to ask them again, like, I can't just go, you know? And so, like, that's one reason. And then also being out in college, like, I go to college out of state, and it's kind of like, I feel really bad when people have to drive me around all over the place. Like, I don't want to ask, and, like, oh. So yeah, if I drive, like, it will just take that worry off. Even though my friends may want to drive, I have the option, if I wanted to drive. So yeah, getting your permit at 19, I don't know if you had questions, like, if anyone else has questions, but I questioned. I was like,
So I know, like, all the steps when you're, like, 16, and you have to, like, take a minimum amount of driver's lessons and whatever and stuff like that, but how does it work when you're 19 and whatever's?
personally, I found it kind of hard to make an appointment and find where to make an appointment on the DMV website, just because, like, they have a lot geared towards if you're, like, 16 or 15 and a half or 17 getting your license, and not really geared towards, like, if you're older trying to get your license. It's a little bit harder to find. I mean, they just have it there and ready if you're, like, a teenager.
19 is still a teenager.
So yeah, what I did what I did was there's a little search bar on the DMV website, at least for the California DMV website, but I just typed in, like, make an appointment at the DMV, and you just go there, and then it will tell you the rest. You just fill out the rest of the information, and there'll be a slot where you have to read, like, the little bullet points that it says under each little checkbox, because that'll tell you, like, what you're applying for and, like, what you're going in for. And so, like, the first one will just say, like, apply for a driver's license, but under the bullet points it will say, like, or a permit and da-da-da-da-da, so keep an eye out for that. I didn't have to wait too long, and, like, it was maybe within 3 weeks that I, like, put in my appointment application that they had a date available, which was good, and that gave me time to kind of study.
Okay, like, number one tip, honestly, just get the app. Like, don't I mean, yeah, I have the book maybe for reference just in case like the app is wrong, but that's all I studied off of. I just got the DMV, like DMV Genie app, and I just took all those tests again and again and again until I got like 80s and like 90s on everything, or aim for 90s. And then also on, there's a website which is the same company as like the DMV Genie, and they have practice tests too, and you can select your state, whether you're taking it for car, motor vehicle, like whatever.
And so yeah, I just did that, and honestly that helps so much because it gets you like ready to practice for like multiple choice and like getting it wrong and like having the options, and that way you don't just like know the information, you're getting ready like to take the test, which really helps.
At the DMV, like the test is like touchscreen, so it wasn't too bad. I just felt really bad for like the old people, like the little old ladies who were there and they were like trying to take the test and they were really struggling with the touchscreen, and it was just like, oh, I just want to help you.
Also, let me know if this happens at your DMV, but the lady who was helping me literally sounded like a robot. It was really scary. She was like, "Hello, welcome. Please step forward to the screen. Select an option and then move ahead." Like, excuse me? Are you human? And then I like raised my hand because I had a question, like I was done or whatever, and she was like, "A question. I'll be right with you." Weird, huh? Anywho, so that's that. Ugh, pet peeves when you're 19 and you don't drive, let me just tell you. It's annoying, so if you want to like not deal with annoying people, you should probably get your driver's license and permit done before you're like an adult. Because I was talking to my friend and this happens to everyone. Like, I just don't understand what people don't understand. Okay, like this is what will happen. So you'll be like, "Hey, like, no, sorry, like I don't drive, I don't have my permit, like I don't have my license, yeah. And people will be like,
"But you're 19.
And you're like, yeah, I know, I just like really, I never like, I just didn't get it.
But you're like older than my kid."
Yeah, I know, and yeah, I just didn't. Just because I'm older, like, the age to get a driver's license is from like 15 and a half to whatever. Like, just because I'm older doesn't mean I have to have my, like, that's not a thing. Like, oh, you're 18 now, like, here's your driver's license. Like, no, you have to put in work to go get it. Like,
Excuse me.
or then you'll get people, you're like, "Oh yeah, no, I don't drive yet," and they'll be like,
"You don't drive yet? What kind of a monster?"
Like, so yeah, if you want to avoid all that, get your license before you turn of age. I highly recommend it, even though I didn't do it, so
yeah. Anyways, that concludes today's rant about being 19 and not driving. It's honestly a struggle, but it wasn't super hard. So if you're waiting and contemplating doing it, just sit down, take the test, like give yourself enough time that if you don't only want to take like one test a day or like skip a few days and not take a test, that you have time to be ready and prepared before your test. Yeah, so those are my tips and I hope you enjoy. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!